Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our halftime show tonight, this week at Cyclone Football with Coach Ryan Witten. Coach Witten, talk about the big game this past week with Greenville.
Yeah.
A lot of emotions on both sides, and especially on the Greenville side.
Yeah. We went down there with our first week. They played the game backwards, so the JV played first, and the JV won in overtime, 14-12. Creed Baker scored on a 2-point conversion. They got the ball in overtime. They scored, went for two, and then we stopped them. Then we got the ball and scored. It was kind of amazing because when they scored, we thought they scored on a bunch in JV. And when they scored, the kids didn't know what to do. They were coming off the field. So we had to get them back on the field, calm them down, stop the 2-point conversion. And then when we got the ball, we went down. Callan Reed really was nothing there. Ball was on the 2, ran to the right like a power play, and he just kind of grinded his way through the pile and scored. So then we ran a QB power to seal it. So it was really emotional there. Like everybody's excited. They had to turn around and get ready for the varsity game, which we didn't really kick off till about 8 o'clock. So it was a long layoff for those guys. But hats off to Greenville. They got after us pretty good, especially on the offense side of the ball. They got the ball, went right down, drove it down our throat, scored. We did answer. We got the ball on the half-yard line. We stopped them and went 99 yards on a drive, mostly behind Legend Payton, the running back, our offensive line. And then we counted. It was 8-8 and then 16-16. And then right at halftime, they recovered an onside kick, kind of broke our back a little bit. And then they went down and scored, got good field position. We felt like if we got that onside kick that we would have a good field position, but ended up losing the game 22-16. So, came back, lick our wounds, and got to get ready for another game on Thursday.
Okay, and who do you have this week?
We play Bristol tomorrow night, so it'll be 8th grade night. We got 34 8th graders that we're going to honor. Most of those 8th graders, 90% of them have started through the junior Cyclone program with Brandon Blevins. They played through the COVID season. So really, we need to celebrate them. They need to leave Citizens Bank Stadium with a W tomorrow night. It's our job as coaches and to make sure that happens for those guys.
Everybody, a lot of people I talked to, they talked about the game, but the most that they talked about was what you all did pre-game.
Yeah.
Tell our listeners a little bit about what you all done to honor that young man.
Our touchdown club bought huge 72 stickers. Our helmets look like the 100th anniversary sticker, and then the 72 stickers. We look like NASCAR. So, but we bought some white 72 stickers and put on there in the back. And then our touchdown club also had his favorite color was blue, and we had a flag and ran out, and they gave it to the captain there in honor of the young man. So, pretty cool to be able to do that.
That just goes to show you that with this town and this community,
yeah,
it's just not football.
Yeah.
Football, it's put in perspective, and that's what that's the teaching lesson that these kids are learning from the time they're 12-year-old all the way up.
Yeah, and it'd been real easy for Greenville to wave the flag and say, hey, but they wanted to play, and hats off to them. And we told our guys going down like that they must be pretty good, if they want to play after the circumstances. So it was a good battle, and I told our guys just store that in your heart. And, you're going to see Greenville-Elizabeth rivalry is not going anywhere, just like John City. So just come back, and that'll help us motivate us all as we move forward. And I tell them all the time, 8th grade's not the greatest year of your life. Hopefully you go and experience other things in life, but it is important to us. And we talk about winning a championship. Obviously, we fell short, but we win a lot more games than we lose. So at the end of the day, hopefully we're teaching the fundamentals and the procedures and the proper techniques. So then when they get to Sean and those guys, they can play.
Now you spoke a little bit about senior night or 8th grade night coming up Thursday night. Tell our listeners about the Bristol Middle.
Yeah, so Bristol's they've lost 2 games. They're doing a really good job. They got Jason Arnold's their head coach. They're 5-2. They've had us a little injured. They run a different offense. They're more a power wing tee. So it'll be really challenging for our defense to kind of now you lace them back up, buckle your chin strap, and play a different style of football. But they bring a good crowd. The Elizabeth and Bristol rivalry goes long way back. So it's the opportunity to continue to play and leave I told them the other day, everyone's only as good as their last game. So you don't want to go 365 days and say, oh man, I wish I could have. So it's in this thing, all the things that we do, we want to, everything, everybody's on the chopping block. So we want to use everything. If we need to throw, we'll throw, reverse, pass, whatever we need to do, we're going to do it on Thursday.
All right, let's switch over to the little kids. Now, they're winding down too.
Yes,
So
sir.
how much longer do we have for the junior cycle?
So this Saturday will be it. Last week, most of the teams had a bye week, so everybody builds that in. So this upcoming Saturday will be it. 3 teams still remain undefeated. One in the Mighty Mite division, coached by Rusty Chambers and Cujo Coleman. The Grass Cutters, Terrence Turner and Jonathan Street, and then the Pee Wee, Junior Pee Wee, Sean and Chad Odom are the coach there. So they're all undefeated. They should be getting a 1 seed. We'll play a playoff. They'll play their games this Saturday. I think most teams are at Kingsport and Cloudland. And then the next week we'll be home for playoffs, and then 4 teams make it, and then there's a Super Bowl. So
Okay, so that playoff week after this coming weekend.
yeah, I'll be at home at Elizabeth, and then the championship's in Greenville.
I'm not going to let you go without asking you one question about last weekend. You're not as long in the tooth as I am, but you were around when it was the Dobbins Ben and Elizabeth.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about that one?
That's just remarkable. I just think that back to the 3 fumble strip play, like, you know, I tell everybody I get the best job to see those guys grow, and like the old Jeriah Griffin would have laid there and felt sorry for himself when he fumbled, but now he gets up and makes another play on a play that he messed up on. So I just think it was huge for our community, huge for the old timers, huge for as we move forward. I think it gives us.
Call me an old timer.
This thing as we move forward, I think it just gives us a lot of confidence. We didn't play a perfect game, neither did Dobbins Bennett, but I think it was good high school football. You know, great to go over there, and you forget how awesome their facility is there at the J. Fred Johnson Stadium. A lot of history, so 2 good programs battling, 2 good coaching staffs, but it was awesome. I love when we win, you know. So it just hats off to our coaches. You know, we dialed them up at the right time. Kids kept their composure. I think the 4th and 1 when they fumbled on quarterback sneak. You know, everybody used to take going under center for granted. Now, you know, kids have a hard time doing that. You know, when they're kneeing from shotgun, you know something's wrong. You know, so I just think it's hats off to our program. You know, where we stand right now, and it's easy to get up for those big games. Yeah.
Coach, as always, thank you very much. I had to get that one biggie question.
Yes, sir, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for our This Week in Cyclone Football with Coach Ryan Witten. Coach, good luck Thursday night. Good luck this weekend with the Junior Cyclones, and we look forward to getting an update as the seasons wind down for the smaller ones. But we're in the thick of this, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors with more from your halftime here on WBEJ.